Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today we're looking at the new Annex 2179 releases, Bloodbane and Esbat. I'm going to review these together since they're in essence the same figure, same characters. So there's only some superficial differences from what I can see. Content seems to be the same in terms of accessories. Figures the same apart from colouring slightly and whatnot. But storyline, they are the same character, serial killer, and some of his parts or workings are put into like a combat droid who works as a detective. Fantastic, until suddenly one blood red Moon Knight, he goes back to serial killer mode, but in this indestructible metal combat droid shell body, or along those lines. Look pretty cool in the boxes. They are glow in the dark, though I don't think I'm going to show that here, though I'll have a look and see. Possibly. Look pretty cool. Let's get into this. Okay, so I will turn the camera around and we'll get into the review. So here they are, Bloodbane and Esbat. He has glow in the dark. I don't think this guy does. Maybe the white parts. I will have a check later and see if that will show up on camera as well. Look pretty cool. I'll give you the first impression. The arms look way too long. Look at his hands. These hands are to his kneecaps. That is like uber long arms, but that will mean it's easy for him to be to hold certain assault rifles, but they don't come with assault rifles. They do come with the same sword we saw with Hero from Annex 2179. See suggested videos, which should be up there somewhere maybe. The same gun we saw with Captain Tanner, Detective Smith, and the other guy, I forgot his name, the one that breaks open, which is really nice. So we have one, and then the other one is the same again, and the same on Bloodbane, the break open one, and the same gun on Captain Tanner again. Same scarf you saw, and the same adapter for different size heads, so bigger pegs on this. So pretty cool. So we'll look at, I think I'll look at his spat. That light white colour seems to be slightly better contrast against that beige cardboard background here. Let's look at Articulate. We'll first look at the face because the head is amazing. Can we get a close up? Maybe if I put some extra light on here, let's see if that will make it any better. Yeah, that face is proper Terminator T800. Fantastic. Looks so good. It's the same on this guy on Bloodbane. Because it's painted differently, it looks more slightly hidden. Those eyes are menacing. So that's really quite cool. So I do like that a lot. Okay, so articulation. There is a left and right. It's a bit stiff. You can get sideways movement, up and down. Shoulders, they'll go all the way around, but the shoulder pads on his vest, which does come off, make the arm go to the side. Outwards is not going to be high on this shoulder system they've got, which is unfortunate. You go much higher than this, and the shoulders will pop out of joint. So he's getting almost flat, which is better than I was expecting. Biceps should be phenomenal. However, with these shoulder parts here, these straps around our arms, it may have reduced articulation. Yeah. Even so, he gets over 90. Take those off and he'll get really, really flat. There is trunk, so he has forwards, backwards, side to side. He can turn. There is waist. He can turn. Hips, pretty damn good on the outwards. Backwards is pretty good. Forwards is pretty good. There is a thigh twist. There's a double kneecap, so he can spike himself with his spurs in his arse. Sorry, his buttocks, if he so chooses. He has a boot turn. He has a twist. He has really good tippy toes, has to be said. And his dorsiflexation is all right. Now, it's worth noting that these outer parts can be taken off. So you can take that off, the glow-in-the-dark parts, to reveal a normal sort of acid rain world shoe underneath. Same with the shin pads and the holsters, the belt. All the glow-in-the-dark parts come off. His guns will fit nicely into the holsters, I'm hoping. Are they the same? They look the same, so I don't think there's any set way for them to go. There's no, that I can see, place for his sword. This gun's a bit harder to fit because it wants to break when you, or open up when you're pushing in. There's no place I can see immediately for the sword on him. Shame there's no little peg to go in there. So you'll have to hold that, but I think you'll hold it particularly well. In fact, I know. I didn't show the wrist articulation. There's gun articulation on the right hand with swivel, and also gun on the left with swivel. No wave articulation. And if you want, you can put the scarf on just for that sort of windswept effect. He says, struggling to push the head back on now that I've taken it off. Oops, hello. Yeah, that other gun's a bit loose in there. Let's try that again. Okay, so I think with his jaw coming down, his chin coming down, it makes it slightly harder to put this one in. Like he's strangling himself, but you get the effect of the wind blowing his sort of scarf around. Okay, let's put it back on. Okay, so this gun, in fact, let me change this around just in case I was wrong, but this gun was quite tight on the other side, and this side too, and this one is loose on both sides, unfortunately. Okay, so sword he'll hold particularly well because the hand setup on these figures is fantastic. Look at that. Holds that really, really well. Almost doing like classical fencing here, you know. And so easy to pose and balance. That's super fast. Very, very nice. And then for holding the pistols, let me take the loose one and put it in this hand instead. Handles are comparable, so I only have to put one in to give the idea of how he holds it. This one, I love the fact that it comes open, but it just, you get scared it might break easily. Simple but effective pose. Very, very easy to pose. These fluorescent parts or the extensions on the feet make it easier because his feet bigger surface area on the floor, more areas and more points of balance, more points of contact, so it's easy to balance him. I think he's really cool. I'm glad I got both because I think they're nice figures. Potentially nicer without all the extra padding on. This guy, I think it looks better maybe with it on, but this guy in the dark, it might be cool, but I think otherwise it's just a bit too, you know, I don't know. I think it's nice, but I think having that sort of matte black look to him would be far more menacing. So let's do a quick comparison. So he is there. I'll put Bloodbane, who's exactly the same, next to him here. I have got Hero down here. Let me just pick him up. Just to detach him from the ride I had him on. Got a ride for Hero. Okay, so let's get Hero standing up and ready, and we can have a look. Hero is one of my favourite action figures. I think they've done such a fantastic job, even with these huge, almost clown-like feet. I think he looks fantastic. Three very nice looking figures here. If I get a non Toys Alliance figure, a non Acid Rain, a non Annex 2079, I know what I use. So since Bloodbane and Esbat look like their skulls, let's get some skull people look a little bit like Void. So we have the female Skull Trooper from Fortnite, the male Skull Trooper from Fortnite. Maybe they're part of a cult. And then we have the Christmas version minus his hat, because I took it off. I'll put it next to Bloodbane here. Let me see what they are like. they look like they're all from the same universe. I like the way the Fortnite figures match up with these Annex 2179. Well, let me rephrase that. These Fortnite skull figures where they match up looks pretty cool. I do like that a lot. Okay, there is one more thing for me to do. I will try it off camera, and if it works, I'll show it. And that's to see if the glow-in-the-dark effect can be seen on camera. So I'll be back in an instant, and I will let you know. So we can just about make out the glow-in-the-dark. The head particularly good, the body as well, but it's quite hard to pick up on camera. But the head, those stripes do glow very brightly, you can see there. If I put it in the sun for longer, it'd be brighter, but not bad. It's good on the naked eye, not quite so good on camera. Great figures. The glow-in-the-dark's pretty good on his head stripes you saw in particular. The body's quite nice, but I need to leave it in the sun for more than 30 seconds like I did for that to really show up in camera. But it still glows quite nicely too, but not so great on the camera, obviously. Great figures. I like them. I am really digging this Annex 2179 line. It's currently my favourite 1/18 scale line. I hope they release some vehicles for it in the future. I've got some sort of sci-fi vehicles that I can use with it. So, I've got my electric vehicles, which I put on a video previously. I stick those into the videos for you guys to check out. They're great for your futuristic style dioramas and figures and so forth. And then I've got this little Epoch capsule toy builder vehicle here, which I use for Hero. This can be either obviously sitting that way or reverse with your head forwards. You can change the setup on this, and I'll put the video for this. This is the videos up here for you too, somewhere to check out. But this is near the end. It's like a long video. If you want to look in the video description for timestamps on that one. Great figures. Again, I do recommend them. Great for actually customizing. The fact you can take off the body armor, they've got great articulation. Just the arms are a little bit long, but the heads are fantastic. Okay, please like, share, subscribe, and click on the notification icon if you haven't done so already. And I'll be back soon with more awesome Ash Toy video reviews for you guys. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.